Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah, my friends, update here on the S&P 500, ticker SPX. I have to give you here an update. I said that if the market will start to turn bearish, that I will do an update here for you. The market is not bearish yet, guys, but in my opinion, this week will decide if we go into a bear market or not, guys. We are, of course, here in a bearish month. March is a very bearish month in trading, but we have here now some signals which I want to share with you that could suggest that we now see the next bull run or the market turns bearish, guys, and then sayonara. Then we will see here a huge correction in the market for the upcoming months. Everything what I say here is not financial advice, guys. This is just my opinion based on the chart. Okay. Yeah, guys, when we see the blank chart for the S&P 500, then of course there is nothing to worry about. When we see the overall price action here, there is nothing else than upside. We had here, of course, one huge shakeout. Everybody knows what happened here during the corona pandemic here, but you can see overall we are just creating here higher lows, higher highs. So overall we are, of course, here in an uptrend, no matter what the news are telling you. If they talk about a market crash whatsoever, guys, yes, we can call it a market crash if we see here a bigger correction, but overall we are here in a very strong uptrend, guys. But we have here some signals in the chart which I want to share with you. And as you know, guys, I have here a price prediction of 6,400 US dollar or points for the SPX in case of a bull market. But as I said, this week, in my opinion, we have the decision if the market starts to tank down or not. So let's now start here with the indicators. First of all, guys, before we start here, I just released yesterday my brand new hot stock video. If you don't know my channel, the main purpose is to educate you in trading, but I also have a mission, guys. I try to predict short squeeze stocks, and therefore I release here always my hot stocks on Patreon. These hot stocks, guys, are tickers with high squeeze potential, and we just had one more squeeze last week. After my prediction, we had here this squeeze of 136%. Was one of my hot stocks. We gapped down here to the liquidity zone. Fibonacci, I released here this post on Patreon, guys, and you can see that was the day when I posted this and warned my members that we have here an additional support, and one day later, guys, we squeezed in total 136%. So that's my mission, guys. Of course, there is no guarantee. Nobody can see the future, but I predicted here many short squeezes. Even the market is bearish. It is, of course, quite boring to trade sometimes if you have long positions, but we still have short squeeze stocks here, and I try to spot them, guys. So if you want to join in, the most popular membership which I have is the full package membership here on Patreon. You get a lot of benefits here, guys. The hot stocks, my trading alerts, member FAQ section, trading tutorials, weekly top 5 US short squeeze stocks, and so on, guys. So if you want to join in, the link to the Patreon member is in the video description. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an advanced trader, guys. Everybody is welcome. So guys, the reason for that video here for the S&P 500 is that we now here tested for the first time this purple EMA line, or we are about to retest it here. You can see that when I zoom in, almost perfect touch points here, touch point last week, and this is the make it or break it decision in my opinion. The warning signal which we have here in the chart is that every time when we hit this price level here, that decides if we see a sell-off or not. The last touch point here for the S&P 500, when we just see the weekly chart, that was here back in October 2023. You can see that was a shakeout and we recovered really quick from that. We tested this trend line here once, twice, 3 times. Then we had here the fake out, and this is why I say that could be the beginning of a bear market. But also here in October, the market just faked out that we break this very important support level here, and then you can see the result was a huge rally here, the so-called December rally or Santa Claus rally. And now we have, of course, new all-time highs here on the SPX. So this is why I say, guys, if the support is strong, and you can see the dip has been bought up here, so we have a candle wick from last week. But if we start to drop below this zone here, guys, that could be the beginning of a bear market. I still believe, guys, nothing changed here to my theory that we just see here a dip in March, and then in April we will see a bottom, and then we will see the next squeeze rally in May latest. This is at least what I think, not financial advice, but as I said, I could be wrong. If this is the beginning of a bear market, that would mean that the S&P 500 has to drop below 5,659 US dollar, guys. Also what we have here in the chart, so Sooner or later, don't get me wrong, sooner or later this structure here will collapse, so we will see a correction. And what I want to show you before I enable my drawings here, you can see that we have these orange lines here in the chart. Yeah, here we are on the weekly chart, by the way, in TradingView here, and we have these orange lines, guys. And every time when we had an orange line, this is an open up gap in the weekly chart. So every time when we had this orange line, guys, the market crashed, corrected, closed these open gaps here, and then we have had the next rally, guys. So that means sooner or later, it doesn't matter if we now squeeze over 6,400 points or even higher, sooner or later there is a technical chance that the S&P 500 will crash back to $4,800 or even lower, guys. Yeah, I mean, the history tells us here that happened over and over again. You can see, even if I zoom out here back in the year 2009, so 15 years from now on, you can see that all these orange gaps here have been filled, guys. So sooner or later that will happen. But also, I said that already in my previous videos, that when the market really turns bearish, I will inform you here. This is now a warning that the potential that we see a bear market is there. So when we now enable my drawings, this is the chart picture what I had, what I still have. So this is still my trading plan, guys, for the S&P 500. So we are trading here still in an uptrend channel. And what I also want to show you, one bearish signal before we talk here about the chart structure, is that we have now here a very, very high red volume candle. You can see this candle here from last week is the highest selling candle ever. You can see here slightly higher than even here in December 2024. So we have here a very high selling candle. And the last time that we had this kind of selling pressure was back here in June 2020 or March here. That was this period here, guys. You can see this candle here was the last time that we had this kind of high selling pressure in the market, but also the result was that we had a massive short squeeze and the market started to rally. That's why I say, yes, a dip is very possible. And also you can see my chart structure here, that my algo landing zone for the S&P 500 is waiting here between 4,823 and 4,300. This blue box is, in my opinion, the new market bottom. We don't have to come low like that, but as I mentioned before, because of this open gap, guys, if we see here a strong market crash, this is, in my opinion, just a plan of the market makers to close this gap here, guys, before we see the next bull run. And as I said, yeah, in the perfect trading world, of course, you know, everything can change here in the future, but in the perfect trading world, you know, we bounce back from here, go higher here in the $6,450 range or even a little bit higher before we finally see the market correction for the upcoming months, guys. This is what I can tell you here based on the chart. Please make your own due diligence, yeah, but that looks for me just perfect. So I'm very excited to see if we close this week below $5,670 or if we just start to bounce from here and go back here in the $6,100 to $6,200 range and create new all-time highs. If you want, guys, you can of course copy here the chart structure. This is here everything based on TradingView. You can also see here the landing prices and the algo demand zone and the supply zone here, if you want to copy that, guys. If you want to learn trading, I always recommend that you build up some knowledge. So you can of course check out here all my content and of course the tutorials and member content on Patreon. That will help you a lot to understand how the market is working. But also you need a good chart tool. And that's why I present here in all my videos TradingView, guys. If you want to get TradingView today, I can offer you a discount link of $15 on the premium tier, guys. So if you want to use this discount link to get your own TradingView access, the link is in the video description. So my friends, that was my market update on the S&P 500. I hope that was helpful. If you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I appreciate your support. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.